From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and now it's time for the nation's sharpest opinion. Viewers, supporters, and believers in Republic, I need your backing more than ever as I get ready to take that one big leap of faith as Republic jumps into digital. It's not a small jump for us, for me, because we are finessing a product with the best technological base, the most exciting product features, and all new content. And we're absolutely excited to bring Republic Digital to you in phases, starting with English. And our launch date, my dear supporters and co-believers, is the 9th of October. Exact time I shall tell you, but on the 9th of October, that is next Monday, we will be taking the big jump. We launch with full force our new product on text, our new product on video in an all-new avatar. And I'm sure you're going to love it. And I'm sure, I believe in you, and I believe that you will switch. Why should you switch? Ladies and gentlemen, you should switch and support us. And some reasons you should switch to end the lies and the falsehoods and the consistent, almost predictable anti-national stance of the so-called pseudo-fake left-lib media who have profiteered and proliferated on the digital news ecosystem and who can never truly declare where they get their money from, where they get their funding from, and who are opaque as hell about their intent and their malicious agendas. Viewers, these are the Saboot gang in the media, the ones who derided and mocked and did not even spare the Pulwama martyrs and tried to do a caste census among them. These anti-nationals in the digital news media ecosystem have absolutely betrayed the nationalist cause, and they cannot be allowed to spread unchecked. These people, ladies and gentlemen, they exploit our democracy to work against it. They spread fires like they did during the Delhi riots, and then they hide when we demand accountability. And I truly believe that these elements are handmaidens to forces outside the country who want to crush India's rise to a 5, 10, 30, 40 trillion plus economy in the future. The best way to counter these elements is to challenge them. And that's what Republic does. And that is why we will at Republic Digital publish over 1,000 news stories every day, produce hundreds of innovative news videos, and unleash new standards of streaming video and clear text content which will reach you whatever your device, wherever you are, on the move, ladies and gentlemen, or at home. And viewers of Republic, supporters of Republic, believers in Republic, in doing this, we've given our best. And even this very minute, our teams are working very hard to perfect our product. We may not be perfect. And I know we may not be 100% on everything when we launch. But one thing I can assure you, unlike the others, we will be 1,000% clear on our intent. And you believe in us because of our intent. Fellow believers in Bharat, fellow believers in Nation First, fellow believers in nationalism in the news media, I request you, switch to Republic on the 9th. Switch to Republic on the 9th of October. Tell everyone you know that 9th of October we can together make a difference to the media in this country. I believe in you. I believe you will switch. And your belief is the wind beneath my wings. And I know for sure that you will make us fly on the 9th and beyond like you have every time, time and time again. Ladies and gentlemen, the date to remember, the 9th of October, the launch of Republic on digital.
For long, there has been a void in digital media landscape. A void for nationalistic narrative in the Indian digital media space. There were attempts to insult Pulwama martyrs with their caste census. And Republic was the only channel to expose them.
When our country has declared a decisive battle against terrorism in Pakistan, a magazine called Caravan, which is, by the way, the toast of that small Lutyens meets Lahore meets London accented circuit, they put out a caste census on the 40 Pulwama martyrs. And what is unforgivable is the Pakistani army is using what this Caravan magazine says as ammunition.
When liar wires published the biggest fake news story and were forced to pull back, Republic was the only channel to call them out.
Some have made an industry out of fake news. And we have been saying this to you since day one, but now the whole world is calling out the propaganda. Big tech is calling out the wire. Those who've been cited as experts in articles by the wire are calling it out for its falsehood. The wire has been forced to take down the articles, which means it is virtually admitting to the lies.
With questions being raised over funding to the left-leaning media ecosystem, Republic has been at the forefront to expose their anti-national agenda.
These people who take money to undermine India, these people who are leading the cash for article scams should not be allowed to get away. The Lutyens media, I have always told you, the Lutyens media has no morals, they have no ideology. The Lutyens media has no ethics, they have nothing. They are for sale, ladies and gentlemen, to the highest bidder. And it doesn't matter to them whether the bidder is American or Pakistani, or as the latest case of NewsClick has shown, if the bidder, the one who will buy their worthless sold out articles and pieces, whether those buying them are Chinese.
When agencies are investigating a certain media outlet for accepting funds to publish Chinese propaganda, they need to be called out.
Think tank CPR in Delhi lost its FCRA license, which means they can't take foreign money under the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. Their license of this Delhi-based so-called think tank has been suspended. Now, basically, ladies and gentlemen, the Soros group gets money through Soros and other entities abroad. They're living on foreign money. Removing the FCRA license of CPR is not enough. The real danger in this country is the Soros media. The Soros media has worked against the interests of this country. The Soros media has worked against national interests. The Soros media will continue to work against national interests for a few dollars that people like Soros throw at them. These people, the Soros media, viewers, has to be punished.
It's time for a nationalist force in digital media.
The time has come to fill another vacuum. A vacuum, ladies and gentlemen, that rejects the idea of foreign hands, Chinese money, American citizen editors, fake funding, Soros support, interfering with the dissemination of information in India in 2023 and beyond. When I have felt that the corruption and the sheer prejudice against national interests that exists in the name of so-called digital media in this country must be corrupted. These lobbies must be broken. And they will be now. because Republic Digital is going live soon.
It's time for the big switch to nationalist media. Let's debate.
We're getting terrific feedback, ladies and gentlemen. Every minute, more and more people are joining Republic Digital's WhatsApp group. I'm going to keep the QR code on the screen if you want to join Republic Digital's WhatsApp channels. I myself put out a few messages today. Our other anchors are also very active. We want you to be part of the Switch campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, essentially, here is an opportunity to give it back. Savio, we need to hit back with scale. You see, we need to hit back with scale, with quality, with content, and there needs to be open war between the anti-nationals in the media and the nationalist media. Let people choose. I think there's been an absence of choice. Let people choose. Let the battle begin, Savio. What do you say? Let there be an open battle between those who are against the nation and those who are for the nation, as far as the news media is concerned. Yes, please, Savio.
The most important thing, Arnab, the digital media fight that we are going through is very important for this country. It's very important because India needs to know the truth. The amount of lies that is being propagated in the media section, on social media, on different issues regarding India is absolutely destructive for the unification of this country. Therefore, you require a nationalistic digital media to put out the truth so that the people of India can make informed decisions. If you look at the recent issue in Manipur, the amount of false information by different digital media that are not even registered with the government is incredible. The amount of lies on social media, and now the truth is slowly coming out. What we had said earlier, Arnab, that there is a foreign hand in Manipur, right when I came back from Manipur itself, it's clearly coming out right now. It's coming out right now. So there is a need for nationalistic presence in media.
I think there are existing laws to deal with such
so that people
things
of
wherever
India
they crop up,
make
be
an
it
informed
in the digital media or be it in some other media. There are existing laws to deal with any kind of misinformation that comes out, any kind of false information that comes out.
No, my friend,
there are existing laws that take care of this. To say that the media is there to peddle any kind of a particular narrative is almost sinister. Arnab, at the beginning of your program, you said that there has to be a nationalistic media and the media of anti-nationals. There's nothing like that. For media, there's only one concern, and that is public interest. So public interest should drive the focus of any media group, whether it's digital or it is some other form.
Do you know why those two girls were paraded naked? Because there was a fake news that was put out that a mighty woman was raped and killed. That's why the two girls were paraded naked. Because of fake news. Please go back to what happened in Manipur. It was a fake news that led to a mob of people disrobing those women and parading them naked. That's the truth. There is so much of fake news in the country right now. So much of lies on social media. Where are those people who put out the fake news? Where are those people who because of which lies are being told and hatred is being spread? Look at some.
Who will define, sir, what is fake news?
They're nowhere to be found. Because it is shoot and scoot.
Define what is fake news?
Because yes, Syed Abbas, because it is shoot and scoot. For most of these people, you plant a fake news story, whether that story comes from Manipur or whether that story is a story like the Tech Fog story of The Wire. Did The Wire ever apologize for Tech Fog? Did these people apologize for the fake news they put out on Manipur? Not once. Not once. Because on digital side of the bus, there's a shoot and scoot policy that's been going on for a long time. None of you can deny it.
I agree.
Trying to mislead the viewers.
Yes.
I will answer you, my friend. Arnab, first and foremost, hearty congratulations to Team Republic Digital, and I'm sure there's so much to come. Republic Bharat, Bengal and welcome. Swagata suswagata Karnataka ge Namma Bharata Rashtra ge Republic ke swagata. Now Arnab, coming straight to the point, there are no two ways about it, Arnab. We must fight fake news together. And a credible brand like Republic must and should in this domain. And I fully agree with you on the front that there should be a nationalistic media. There are no two ways about it. A very important quote, Arnab, the one who controls the media controls the mind. Me as a student of bachelor's in journalism, master's in media from Christ University, and I fully stand by you. Many of alumnus of my prestigious institution work with you. And you know what it is? We all today agree that media is a fourth pillar of the Constitution which cannot be compromised. And it is time that brands like Republic today need to revolutionize this system. 9 p.m. Arnab, I'm sure all my panelists agree, 9 p.m. news in India was revolutionized by one man, which is Arnab Goswami. Now with Republic Digital, I am sure, my friend, I have stood with you for the last 6 years. Inception of Republic in 2017, 2023 it is, 2024 to come, and many, many more years to come. I think today we must not debate on the other side. We must all speak on one side. Republic first, nation first, digital first. That is the only way to go.
Arnab.
And I can tell you, my friend Ishkaran Bhandari, do you disagree with me? Do you disagree or not, my friend? Tell me today, Ishkaran Bhandari. My challenge to you. Can you disagree with me today?
What is the challenge?
Do you disagree with me or you agree with me?
There is nothing to challenge in this. Let me come to the point. Arnab, there used to be what TV and newspapers are nowadays called legacy media by a lot of people on digital platforms. You shook up the legacy media 10 years, 12 years, 15 years ago, and I congratulate you, and I'm very sure you will shake up this digital media space also, because as we are going forward, more and more people, especially people below the age of 40, are consuming their news and information through various digital platforms. And in these platforms, there are a risk of multiple factors, including because there are no barriers to entry, lot of foreign funding. There is a case going on a digital platform for China money being funded. There are cases on lot of NGOs, digital platforms for money coming in through unknown sources, what some people describe as George Soros's network of or Omanadar networks way of funding them. So there is a very real credible threat to India where unaccounted money with foreign agenda, with divisive agenda is predominating on digital platforms, and those digital platforms are overwhelming because there is a trend line. More and more news is from digital platforms than from legacy media. So it was very important that a right perspective with the right effort, with the right energy that you bring in at a scale with a professional team comes onto these platforms, because they are the vehicle of the future, they are the news consumption of the future. And let me tell you what Homeland Security of US, it defines as foreign players by media interfering in the processes in the United States, either democratic election or stock market.
Correct.
Let us not forget how certain news reports or audit reports are blown up, news stories on stock markets are blown up, all on these platforms. So the attacks and the various damages caused are multi-front, from national security to stock market to getting people to come on the roads and conduct violences to mobs. So it is a very, very large-scale threat which India faces, and that needs to be tackled on the digital platform, not only on what is called, as I again say, the legacy media. And you, I am very happy, are putting your energy, your money, your effort behind this, because this will be decisive in the next 10 years. This is consumed not only in India, but all over the world. Indians are all over the world, as well as the other interests are all over the world. And this is a very true barometer also, because nobody can fudge data, nobody can dispute what is being watched here, because it is all very, very clear. So I congratulate you and wish you all the best in this extremely important task that you have undertaken.
And I think it's very clear, it's important, Abhishek, to be clear about the circumstances in which we are launching
here that
digital.
Arnab, please,
the fact
let's
okay,
let others also speak.
Okay,
The point that I want to make is that everybody has to be transparent in whatever funding is coming, whether it's mainline television channels, whether it's the social media, whether it's YouTube, whatever it is. The fact is that you go on accusing so-called left of the center media of not being transparent in the funding. What about the right of the center? The right does not make any bones about the fact that they've got pots and pots of money, but there is no justification of where that money is coming from. Now the point is that these channels that are being shown, which are generically called the Godi media, which are plugging the line of the ruling party and which are showing Mr. Narendra Modi and his government and his party as the best thing, that the nationalist agenda of this nation, they have to also be transparent. What is the agenda that they are following? Why are they following? Where the lies are coming from? Why there is no commissions being set up? To 1 minute, you let the others speak a lot. Why there are no commissions and inquiry committees being set up? On what propaganda is taking place day after day and night after night? You know, it's going right into our homes. Now, Arnab, the fact that you are bringing out a digital platform, it's wonderful news, because there are so many others also who are doing the same thing. But they are telling the lies and you will be speaking the truth. That's very interesting, because the point is that we should all be speaking the truth. Why should you only be speaking
but you know,
the
I'll tell you.
There are lots of others. People go to YouTube.
No, I wish to. They're not getting the other side of the story.
First of all, mainline media is giving us only one side of the story. They are only telling us the wonderful things about this government. They are not telling us about what all else this government is doing. So the fact is that we want a composite and a comprehensive picture of where this nation is going, why it's going, where it's going, who are the people governing, what are the policies, what is happening. So it's the YouTubers and the small channels which are providing this. I really hope that your digital channel is equally able to provide this comprehensive news, and not just a one-sided litany on doing aarti for the BJP and the government, which is not what this country needs now at all, because we are moving into election time. A lot of things will be said. We have to sift the untruth from the truth, the lies from what really is happening. Please tell us.
Renu, thank you very much. Sandeep is with us right now. I just want to tell you a couple of things out. I don't know where the Soros-funded media gets its money from, because they don't make disclosures. One, the difference between an organization like Republic, you can go on a website and find out my equity structure, the ownership of Republic, how much of Republic I own, right? You can find out who the other minority shareholders are. You can find out what my returns are. 1 minute, listen to me. Listen to me. Are Baba, listen to me. Listen to me, Renu. Renu, listen to me. Renu, don't go, just when it's getting interesting. 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 1 minute. I can declare where my revenue is from. I can tell you 95% is from advertising. I can tell you government advertising is 5% or less. I can tell you that advertising per se in any form is 98%. I can tell you equity structure. I can confidently tell you, and this is important, that there is not 0.000000001% foreign shareholding in Republic. That is 100% Swadeshi channel, Swadeshi organization. Unlike some other media channels which had to fold up or sell out because they had complicated holding structures, there's nothing like that. So we are transparent with a capital T, underlined and in bold. Now I want to know, why don't you ask these Chinese-funded, Soros-funded media to be as transparent as me? Why don't you tell them?
Yes,
and viewers,
must be.
This is really, I mean, I want Sandeep to come in, because Sandeep understands both media and business. No, I say we must reject the anti-nationals in the media. Reject. Throw them out if necessary.
No, who are the anti-nationals?
Please do not think that my very calm approach means we won't. No. Those who are anti-national cannot claim to represent. I also believe that editors of organizations whose news is primarily from India cannot be American nationals. Cannot be American nationals. You can't have an American as an editor of an Indian TV network. An American citizen cannot be allowed to operate what is a quasi-Indian news organization. Sandeep. I'll tell you more.
Defining who is an international and who is a nationalistic person.
Renu is highly experienced. She's a seasoned journalist.
No, if you're showing BJP and what
Renu,
is doing, and
why are you talking about BJP, Renu?
What is a national and what is a national?
Renu,
No,
you
who
have
else
been in the
should I
media
talk
business.
about? Because that's all I hear day in and day out by all these channels.
No.
These channels that's all they're showing me. I
People
don't know
know.
what is the truth anymore. Because a lot of it is a bunch of lies. No, people don't know.
People don't know. You seem to have the formula for defining
9, 10 years down the line, people are beginning to know.
Please lay it
They're
out for us.
rejecting the channels which are constantly what we call the Godi media.
Two
The
versus
channels
two,
who are
okay.
constantly
Renu,
showing
if there
that
is
what we must think and know about the BJP.
Agreed. Okay, Renu,
Sandeep Ghosh,
I'll tell you.
Sandeep Ghosh, please. Sandeep Ghosh may be allowed to make his point.
One-line answer, Arnab.
1 minute, Sandeep Ghosh, please. Yeah.
Renu, you were talking about Godi
No,
media.
let Sandeep make his point. Thank you.
Godi media is
Renu,
Modi ki Godi mein baithe hui
Let
media.
Sandeep make his point.
We keep talking about this Godi media with reference to the central government. Renu, we keep talking about the Godi media with respect to the central government. Do you see what's happening at the state levels? Which media is calling out the kind of stuff which is happening in the state levels? Aren't media which is supposedly, who set the gold standard, not just Bengal, go any other part of the country, go down south, you see the exchanges happening between different parts of a particular media family's, ownership. Are they following, will you call them Godi, Modi or Todi? I don't know what you're going to call them. Now, the issue is, in all these places, I totally agree with you. Today, people are relying on digital media to get an alternative standpoint because the mainstream media has lost its credibility one way or the other. So I can tell you in different states, if people are looking at an alternate media, they are very often looking at YouTubers and other digital media people who have set their own credibility and people they are seeing. So they have become a salvation. And to that extent, I don't know why is Arnab talking about switching. What we needed is a credible digital media coming from an established house who will provide what people today are individually, there are individual YouTubers and other people who are providing that voice. And we need organized, people with credible, background and this thing to provide that platform. Unfortunately, I don't want to link nationalism with BJP. Where I think BJP lost out, BJP had the first mover advantage in social media. You recall in 2014, Rahul Gandhi didn't even have a Twitter account. Okay, and many of the opposition people didn't have. I think BJP somewhere lost the plot along the line, and that's why they allowed the Soros media or the Chinese media or various people to mushroom over there. I'm not suggesting that Republic has to be a BJP mouthpiece, but we need much more credible. And I tell you from someone from wearing my marketing and business hat, and the occasional, the thing which I do today as a media person, I get far more, you'd be surprised, I get far more response from my participation, what I do in the few YouTube channels and other digital media than what one gets from my TV or other participation. So that's changing. The consumption is changing, and we need, and I would welcome other people also to come into other established houses, some of whom are contemporaries or competitors of Republic, to come in there rather than leave it free for all for these people who wanting to make a quick money, by getting, people are setting up YouTube channels thinking they're going to get some money. Some YouTuber who is supposed to be can you imagine? He is supporting today the Canada line, Justin Trudeau line on this in the media and asking Indian government to provide proof. Yeah, please. I think that's where we need a change.
I'll give you further example, Sandeep. No, exactly, Sandeep.
Yes,
if I may, and while I do this, let me also say that viewers, I have a few details out here I wish to share with you. First is that if you can send us a video of what your thoughts are and expectations of Republic Digital, then if you send me a video of your thoughts, and you can share that with me on the phone number which I'm putting on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, which is 917304434381. If you send it, I'm going to put that number on your screen. I will put out your videos on our WhatsApp news feed. And if you are tired of the negativity, you're a believer in the nation, then you can send your video opinion on 730-44-34381. We will make sure it's on our WhatsApp channel, which is a community of believers. Now, many reasons come forth, Abhishek. One, I believe, is if you are sold out to foreign interests, you cannot do independent journalism. There are some digital sites which say they do independent journalism,
right?
But then it was later reported that one of these has taken money from a Soros fund, which is MDIF. And the CEO of the Soros fund said, we cannot disclose the deal size.
Right.
Isn't that an open falsehood? If you're taking money and not disclosing the deal size, then you're saying we have no money, we want subscription revenue, then you're hiding something, and hiding for what, Abhishek?
Yeah, I mean, look, I know that Arnab Goswami, you are an anchor on Republic TV. I know Republic TV is owned by ARG Outlier Private Limited, if I'm not mistaken. I can go up on the ROC's website and the MCA's website. I can have a look at who are the shareholders, who are the directors. I can look at your balance sheets. So that's complete transparency. As far as News Laundry and some of those other digital sites are concerned, The Wire, yes, certainly that level of transparency is not there, and there is foreign funding, and that is problematic. It's very easy to define someone who's an anti-national. It's very simple, like Sandeep said. If you support Canada's line, you're pretty much an anti-national because you're not anti-government. If you celebrate India looking bad, right, on the world stage, you are an anti-national. If you were rooting for the Chandrayaan mission to fail, you are an anti-national. But if you criticize how the government has handled things in Manipur, if your anti-government is legitimate criticism, you're not anti-national. The reason I enjoy coming on your channel, Mr. Goswami, is it's challenging. You give me a platform to criticize the government, to ask questions of the government, but you don't give me uninterrupted time. So what I would say on Republic Digital is I would love some uninterrupted time. I would love to have some nuanced debates with Sandeep. I know Sandeep and I, on several digital media debates, have had long exchanges, right? So hopefully on digital, that is my expectation. That no, there is no scope for anti-national media, but anti-government, taking an anti-government stance, again, it shouldn't be anti-government, but asking questions, legitimate questions of your government cannot be called being anti-national. It's as simple as that. So, and I wish you all the best for Republic Digital, and I hope to appear on digital and Kannada as well. I look forward to debating Abbas in Kannada. I will as well.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, you should debate Abbas in Kannada. Yes. He's dying to debate anyway. Yeah, but my point is, see, I am always accused of having an ideological line. But is it so unusual? I am against a website which celebrates Haji
how it's governing, then you are anti-national, you know. The point is that you should, the whole thing is there is no clear demarcation between anti-government and anti-national.
No, it's not the case.
There is a lot of anti-national. Well, they should be called out. If they're you can't be saying that if you're anti-government, you're anti-national. If you're nationalist, that means you have to praise Mr. Modi and you have to praise the BJP and you have to do whatever has to be done. It is not correct. This is why
you're obsessed with Mr. Modi. Renu, 1 minute. Renu.
Counter the job that the social media
Renu, you're obsessed with Mr. Modi. Listen to me.
No, you have to let me speak.
I'm saying that if a website says, okay, let me get Manasmeet.
Journalism is not supposed to be committed to the government.
Listen to me. Renu, if a website calls Shaheen Bagh non-political,
a journalist's commitment is to public welfare.
If somebody
his
says
commitment is to
Shaheen
truth.
Bagh was non-political,
you want people to be committed to a government. That's shameful.
Those who are not transparent,
for a journalist to say this, it's shameful.
Media should be transparent. Because it's exposing others.
1 minute, Jahangir and Manasvi.
What it's doing.
Renu, you can't.
I'm not saying that media need not be transparent. Every media has to be transparent.
Arnab, can I be allowed to rebut Renu, please?
Yeah, you got the
10-second rebuttal to Renu.
If the Scroll or any website like that publishes articles which claim that Shaheen Bagh is non-political. I refuse to believe it. If the caravan pushes for the Shaheen Bagh model, what is the Shaheen Bagh model?
Of certain people.
No, these are realities.
Does it make them?
These are realities.
Anti-national.
You refuse to believe it, you produce your own version of truth.
Yes.
No?
Just like
if you dispute any story in Scroll or Caravan or any other news outlet, any digital media news outlet, if you think there's a problem, you rebut it with your own story. What is the problem?
Can I have 2 versus 2, please, for a minute? Yeah, Manaswi. Yeah. That's exactly what we intend to do, by the way. Manaswi.
Arnab, can I please come in?
Yeah.
Arnab, I am so thankful for you to come out with digital. This was long awaited, and thank you so much. It's a breath of fresh air. There's no doubt about it. And someone like you, who's created the largest Atmanirbhar news channel for this country and who's an inspiration for millions, it was much needed, and there could be discussions on that there would be different medias for that. And India has suffered because of the news agencies since 1947. We have been on the mercy of the negative news channels or the negative news articles from BBC to America to all those people who have actually had their interest over our country. And now you have shown you are a torchbearer for this. It's congratulations for all Indians. It's a proud moment for everyone. And now
who are you to tell what is right and what is wrong?
I don't know who's interfering, but my question is
that the country has suffered because of the negative coverage of the media.
I don't know who's interfering.
Media is supposed to be, sir, with due respect, a journalist is taught in a school to cover what is in the public welfare, what is right for the public. You cannot say that just because someone is criticizing the government, you are anti-national. That's wrong.
No, there is obviously it is our duty to criticize the government. We cannot come and say the government is great. Wherever the government is wrong, we have the right to question them. There is no doubt to that. But having an Atma, I totally agree.
Just saying that negative coverage of any event is wrong, that is shameful. For you to say if something wrong has happened, it has to be put online, it has to be exposed.
I'll tell you what is shameful.
Can I make a point?
You cannot say that
Jahangir, 1 minute. Savio, before you come in, give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm going to take 2 callers tonight.
That means
2 callers tonight. And I hope that while this is on, you are just what, Jahangir, I'll tell you what is shameful. When people talk about a Shaheen Bagh model of protest, that, in my view, is shameful. When people provoke the Delhi riots from within the media and run away when caught, that I believe is shameful.
They not only promoted, you remember
being negative is not.
Of that time.
Sir, how many people have been convicted? How many people in media have been convicted for
I will tell you what is anti-national.
Ishkaran versus Jahangir.
One second, just let me even
How many people have been convicted? You just tell me that. Tell me how many people were convicted because of the coverage for this.
Arnab, when you are going to digital, at least let us go into these rules where people will not interrupt everybody else. Renu, you had your turn multiple times. Now, let me tell you one simple example of what is an agenda. When a horrific case happens in Kathua, they come out with hoardings called Devistan, Mandir, Temple. You remember all those headlines? Any crime can happen at any religious place or in any surrounding school. But in certain cases, it's named. And then an entire campaign is run, and then Bollywood comes in, and it was entirely a digital platform campaign which then came into mainstream media also. So those agendas, how that are getting funded, that is something which one has to worry about. That is something which one has to tackle. Those are the agendas very often funded by NGOs.
I request you to go through the charge sheet that has been produced by Jammu and Kashmir Police.
Okay, Jahangir responding. Jahangir and then Savio.
What was projected by media was wrong, you can contest it. Don't say that just because that crime had happened and there were religious motivations attached to that crime, that should not have been covered. Of course it should have been covered.
Entire campaign
you should go through the charge sheet of Jammu and Kashmir Police and you will find out what was the conspiracy, who were the accused and what happened there. Just because it showed a particular religion in bad light doesn't mean that we should stop talking about religion.
There is the agenda. Do you want to open newspaper and go into police reports of how many places are involved in this? Would you ever...
Speaking of agendas, Ishkaran, speaking of agendas, my counter to that is, I wish to know and I'll bring in Savio and Abhishek on this. I want to know, what is the agenda when you celebrate Afzal Guru? People say, if you have problems with it, deal with it. I have a problem with it. But I don't want to deal with a media that eulogizes Afzal Guru. And I don't want articles which say, why do memories of Afzal Guru still haunt India's conscience? India's conscience is not hurt. That article begins with a supposition that India's conscience is hurt because of Afzal Guru's hanging.
The Supreme Court had said about Afzal Guru.
No, Mr.
What are you saying? The government, the Supreme Court said that there is no evidence.
Jahangir, you got to be completely unaware of what the court said in the case of Afzal Guru.
Has to be satisfied, so hang him. So that is coming from the Supreme Court.
Just one minute.
Can I make a point?
Here we have a situation where Jahangir is supporting Afzal Guru on a television channel. And he says there's nothing wrong with other news websites in the country celebrating a terrorist.
Is this what you want to...
No, but are you saying the celebration? Okay, I'm not putting words. But Savio and I are asking you jointly, are you saying that it is your fundamental right to make a public defense of terrorism? Are you saying fake news was tech, Fox, sir? Fake news was the lies that you spread about the Ghaziabad attack. Fake news was what you tried to portray about the country.
My mouth.
The problem is they glorify terrorists.
Then take an open stance against Afzal Guru supporters, for God's sake.
There is a problem in ensuring that the narrative is about division. That's what they do all the time. They keep promoting a divisive narrative. They keep promoting a divisive narrative. Even if you go to Manipur, it was about Hindus versus Christians, but nobody promoted the truth. The truth is an ethnic conflict. The truth is the narcotics trade. All they kept promoting was Hindus attacking Christians, Hindus attacking Christians, Christians attacking Hindus in Manipur. That's not the truth. For 2 months they carried on with that narrative. For 2 months, Hindus and Christians in Manipur were against each other, thinking that this is a religious conflict, and all across India, everyone was thinking it's a religious conflict, when it's really 70,000 crore of narcotics business that is trying to acquire the land in Manipur. That's the truth of the problem. But media, certain sections of the media, certain sections of the digital media went about
he doesn't find time to visit Manipur.
Telling lies.
Let him tell him to pipe down.
What was the need to lie on Manipur?
Yeah.
What was the need to lie on Manipur? You tell me that first.
Why is the Prime Minister of India quiet on Manipur? Why?
Why were people
Ask the Prime Minister of India why he is quiet on Manipur. Why he has not visited Manipur. Why Manipur was allowed to burn. Week after week it was allowed to burn.
Why? You tell me why they lied, Renu. Why did they lie? People lost their lives. People lost their homes because of lies.
Why?
All the time it was lies.
Yes.
No, you answer, Renu.
No. Why the Prime Minister?
Why did they lie?
Why Prime Minister of India is quiet on Manipur? Why did he not speak?
Why did they turn it into a religious conflict?
Why did he not visit?
When it's about narcotics.
Yeah.
When it's about narcotics.
Tell us why.
Why did they lie?
You know everything about Manipur.
The problem started because of the lies.
Why are you shouting?
The problem started because of... Yes, because I went there. I went there twice. I met the people over there. Do you know their pain?
So what? Half the world has gone there. Except for the Prime Minister of India, everybody has gone there.
No, go there. Go there and talk to the people. Go there and see the pain between the Maitis and the cookies. See the hate that has been propagated by media.
No, because the fact is very clear. There are alternative visions for the country. Savio, 1 minute. Savio, I think what is coming up.
Why does he scream like this?
I think we need to appreciate it. There are.
He goes on shouting here.
One minute. He's shouting
because you can't hear.
You have to shout to be heard.
You don't want to hear
and we intend to shout on digital as well. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, please, Renu. I ask you this.
I asked you.
People keep saying media must have social responsibility. Sandeep, let me get Sandeep and Abhishek on this.
Again he started.
Let me get Sandeep and Abhishek on this. It is often told to us in the most preachy tone.
I will continue to scream.
The media must have social responsibility. What is your social responsibility?
Because of lies.
And 1 minute, can I have two on the screen, please?
Lost the plot.
1 minute, 1 minute. Say the bus, say the bus. Say the bus for God's sake, yeah? Don't interrupt. 1 second. When large sections of the digital news media are encouraging the blockade of highways in the country, I am also asking Sandeep, what is their social responsibility? They are saying block the roads, stop the work, let the country come to a standstill. Where is their social responsibility? And when the same people try to bring down the tricolour at Red Fort, these people go into hiding. So I reverse the argument of social responsibility upon them, Sandeep.
That's precisely the reason, Arnab, why we need people with credentials, right or wrong. I don't have a problem if somebody is pro-government, anti-government, but as long as people have, they're not, fly-by-night operators or people who come to, shoot and scoot, etc. If there are people like Republic, there can be somebody else who is against the government, critical of the government, but then they carry certain credibility. They have carry a brand value. And if they come onto the digital media, today, it is a free-for-all. We have left that place has become very anarchic. We have just let all kinds of individual operators who could be not everybody is funded by China or Soros. There are small-time people also get funding from here, there, and everywhere. Just like, forget politics. There are a lot of things happening outside politics. There are people who are today trying to promote stocks and share market investment. They get funded by different people. They have no credentials. People are promoting health products. That's become a very, very uncontrolled area. Similarly, in the political space, in the national space, you therefore need to have people with credibility who people can turn to. In the absence of that, people listen to anyone and everyone, and whatever suits your opinion or whatever suits your convenience, you turn to them and say,
if I can just make a point, Sandeep.
Yeah. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, Abhishek.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick point. I think this boycott list that has been produced by the India Alliance, where 15 anchors have been boycotted. The moment you make a list like that, what is this, Nazi Germany? If you go back to the McCarthy, the trials in America, where you had a blacklist of communists, how can you blacklist anchors? Then you lose the moral high ground to preach about freedom of speech and expression. Today, politicians only want to appear on channels and give interviews to journalists they're comfortable with. That's a problem. You need to come and talk to anchors who will question you, who will challenge you. Go to a hostile environment, go into the lion's den and make your point. The moment you make a boycott list, the left, the India Alliance and their supporters have lost the moral high ground on free speech and expression. So I welcome Republic Digital, Mr. Goswami, and let's hope at least on digital the boycott ends. That's my hope. And if it doesn't end, we are never going to be talking to each other. We're just going to be talking at each other, right? And we might have different visions for this country, but if we all love this country, we need to come together and we need to debate and deliberate on every platform. Please end this boycott. And congratulations on Republic Digital as well. That's all I have to say.
I thank you very much. Upasana is on the call. Upasana from Bengaluru. Hi, Upasana.
Hi, Arnab. How are you? Hello, am I audible?
Very well.
Hi, congrats.
Yes, loud and clear, Upasana.
Okay, all right. Congratulations on the Republic Canada. I'm calling from Bangalore. I had to come there. You were so busy, I could not meet you that day. So, and then this Republic Digital announcement, oh my God, we're overwhelmed. And this was very, very important, Arnab. Why, I tell you, because, whenever I hear any news, I'm on social media, very active on social media. Whenever I see any news anywhere, I wait for your channel to cover that news. And then it's a confirmation for me that now it is true, it's not a fake news. So now the digital, Republic Digital, it will be on my fingertips. I can just look into my WhatsApp and I can get to know the news immediately. Okay, so I'm so happy and excited, and all the best for the.
So have you joined the WhatsApp? Have you joined our WhatsApp group or not? Our WhatsApp group. Renu, you should also join. Renu, you should also. Jahangir, you should also join our WhatsApp group.
I'll join.
Yeah. So will you all send your videos to 73044 34381? Ladies and gentlemen, let's punch it back at the anti-national media. You put your videos on the WhatsApp channel and across our social media assets as well, of course. Syed, you can also do that. I know you're fed up of the agenda-driven media. I know you're fed up about it. I know you're a believer in the country. Ishkaran.
Arnab,
Ishkaran, come on.
Tell you that, Arnab, just yesterday I was in a place called Indranagar in Bangalore. And I tell you, Arnab, you must visit Indranagar in Bangalore, and then you will know the kind of fan following you have and Republic has. And I'll tell you, Arnab, this place, Indranagar, are all believers of Republic and Republic Kannada. They cut a cake, Arnab, the day you launched the Republic Kannada channel. So let me tell you one more challenge to my friend Ishkaran. Do you know which city in the world Arnab has maximum number of fans? It is Bengaluru, Arnab. Bengaluru, you have the maximum number of fans.
Stop needling, Ishkaran. Ishkaran, hit back.
I am very happy Arnab has fans all over India and all over the world also. But Arnab,
more in Bengaluru, bro. More in Bengaluru.
Arnab, what is important is what the lady said. Because the consumer is on these digital platforms, you need authentic voices on Instagram, Facebook, blog, pages everywhere, because that is where the audience is consuming the news, especially the young, and I'm not even saying younger, especially people below 40. Everybody, because they have their phone in their hand, they are consuming news from this. It is very good that you are coming here, because there is also a credibility crisis on the digital platform where some people are speaking things which are not at all true. So in that sense, credible with a team working on digital platforms is good for the nation, irrespective of the political party one belongs to, because that is where the audience is. And as a senior, now very, very senior media person in this country, it is very good that you are reaching out to place where the audience is consuming the news. That is the big leap, which I'm very happy you're doing.
You're making me feel senior, very senior. Not good. Not good, Ishkaran. You're rubbing it in. And ladies and gentlemen, on the 9th, we are launching Republic Digital live streaming video, text everywhere. All right. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we're going to have a full talkathon all through Sunday, telling you exactly how you can join in. Thank you for your support in advance, and see you tomorrow evening, 9 p.m. Good night and goodbye.